Hey guys, it's been a while since I put out a video. Apologize for that. It's I guess life's been catching up to me, I guess. The older you get, the more problems you run into, and just life itself, all that kind of stuff. And so the shooting's been kind of on the back burner. So anyway, I'm kind of making plans to hopefully get started up again next year. So I've got a new barrel getting dreamed out for me by my gunsmith right now, and I don't know, well, we're in November, and I don't know, maybe sometime by December or January that'll get done, and I can start developing a load for that one. And I've still got loads on my other rifles, and so my 6BRA is still shooting great. My 284 is still shooting great, and the 6.5 necked up to 7. I got it shooting as well as I could, and to be honest, I never really was that happy with it. And so that's part of the reason I didn't want to make a bunch of misleading videos on that particular cartridge and trying to claim that it was all that great, when I mean, it shot okay, and I guess for F-class it's probably good enough, I guess, but it just really wasn't up to my liking. I didn't want to brag it up on the channel saying it was all that great when I never really could get it to shoot all that well, to be honest with you. And I tried every powder and primer combination I could come up with, and I mean, it got it to shoot okay, but not what I'm usually doing, not what I'm usually experiencing. So my 284 cartridge, it shot more consistently tighter all the time compared to the 6.5 next up to 7 PRC. So that's one reason. And you know how it is when you want new barrels and you want to try a new caliber and everything's a year out. So I've been kind of limbo land for a while, waiting for barrels and that sort of thing. So I didn't want to just make a bunch of useless videos that really didn't pertain to much. So anyway, I was going through some health issue stuff over the last year or so anyway, and I've been trying to get back on my feet and rehabbed and all that kind of thing, and I'm doing a whole lot better. And I guess behind the scenes off of YouTube, I've been helping people that have been messaging me, and so big shout out to Danny Kelly out in Australia, and he had a pretty darn good year out there. I think he, don't quote me on that, but I think he was shooter of the year out there. And so he's been messaging me, along with a few guys back east, been messaging me, and I'm helping guys, you know, the best I can, just by through text and calling and that sort of thing, and giving them advice on which way to go. And I guess that's more my thing now, is I guess competition shooting is great, but where I'm at in life, I guess I get more pleasure out of helping other guys. So I'd like to keep the channel going the best I can on helping people, and the feedbacks I've been getting from you guys and the text messages and all of that kind of stuff, it kind of has been driving my my direction lately. And also, I don't want to get anybody upset on the channel, but I've also, you know, kind of going back to my roots in motorcycle riding, and I'm planning to do a cross the country motorcycle trip this winter, and so I'll probably post a few of those videos, as well as shooting videos, as you know, waiting for the next year to get started. So it's gonna kind of, channel's gonna branch out a little bit. Not, it's still gonna be shooting, but there's gonna be other stuff that I'm doing. And I've been debating whether to make a whole nother channel for that or to put it on this one. But one way or another, I guess I'll watch the comments and see what guys think about the motorcycle stuff on this channel. I can make a whole nother channel and see how that goes too. So I don't wanna get too complicated. Guys are looking for shooting info, and then here I am riding off on a motorcycle. But it's where I'm at in life, so it's fun. I've been riding motorcycles my whole life, as well as shooting. I grew up on a farm, and we had guns and we had motorcycles, and it's just been part of my life, and I still love both today. And so I bought a brand new bike this year, and I've been getting it set up for a trip. And this winter, I'm hoping to go to Daytona Bike Week back in Florida. I don't know. I hope I get there. The bike's just about ready. I've been putting all my little accessories on there and getting it set up for comfort for a long ride, and buying gear and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. I mean, motorcycles are as addicting as shooting, so it's a rabbit hole you can go down and spend a lot of money and time and effort to get everything just right, and even then you can still add more. So it's just been a lifelong thing that I've always liked to do. So I think I learned to ride my first bike when I was 5 years old, and I was so short I couldn't reach the ground. Dad had to give me a shove to get me started and then catch me to stop me so I wouldn't fall over. And I think I was 5 then, and all these years later, I've been riding street bikes after I got, old enough. At 18 years old, I went and got my street license, and I've been riding ever since. So been a lot of bikes I've had over the years, and another new one now. So it's just been kind of nice to be getting back out and enjoying the world again, instead of sitting around the house suffering from this and that and everything. And so I'm feeling better, I'm doing better, and I'm ready to get back at it. So I want to get back to shooting, probably more so in the spring and the summer of next year. I don't know how far I'll go in the competition stuff, but I really like the testing part. The testing is more my deal. I like going out and testing new calibers and new things, and like the last one, it didn't work out so well, but hey, that's all part of it. Not every caliber and every bullet and everything works, and what works for some people doesn't always work for me. There's lots of guys that have gone out and won nationals with that caliber and got it to work for them, but for me, it wasn't exactly as good as I was hoping, as what the reviews all were bragging it up to be, I guess. So, but not in my experience. Maybe I just missed something that somebody else figured out that I didn't figure out for myself. I don't know. That's a part of it. I think in the 6BRA, I kind of figured out something that the other guys hadn't figured out, and it worked really good for me for several years to win the championships that I won. So it was, I know other guys have caught on to some of those things now, and congratulations to Craig Matthew. He just won the NBRSA Nationals here, and he and I used to trade knowledge together and shoot together, and he was a big part of me accomplishing what I accomplished. So it's nice to see him step up and win that. There was a couple of those years that I won that he was right there, but one small mistake kind of kept him out of it. So this year it sounded like he didn't have any mistakes, and he made it right through, and he's champion. So right on, Craig, good job. And so it's that kind of stuff that's still in me. I still love shooting. I still love the whole 9 yards. And if any guys want help, go ahead and message me, and I'll do my best to answer your questions. A lot of guys send me their targets, and I help them decipher what powder's looking better and what one's not, and what would I recommend for the load. They send me a whole chart of slower, faster, all the way up to peak, and I look and I see what I think is the best powder to run, which node to run in. So a lot of that stuff I still like doing, and I'm going to get back to doing more videos on just that, with a couple of new calibers that I'm going to be working on in the spring. And so right now there's been a lot of changes. My old computer kind of crapped out, so now you can look down there, I got a brand new one. So that's been kind of holding me back. And so the new computer, I got new cameras, I got new barrels coming, I've got kind of everything's all kind of finally, after a year or so, with everything kind of crapping out. My last computer, I had it for about 20 years, and it just finally technology just passed it up, and it wouldn't even load videos in there anymore. So there I was stuck, and I was trying to get it, I thought I could get it fixed, but it just realized in the end that it was just past its prime, time for the new one. So I got a new one, new computer, new everything, new monitor, I got new cameras, I've got a bunch of new stuff, and new motorcycles and barrels, and so I'm looking forward to another year. So I just wanted to have a quick video out there and let you guys know that I'm still here, and I'm happy to still be getting messages from a bunch of you guys, and have been really nice, positive encouragement to keep on keeping on, and like I said, I'm feeling way better. Everything's turned kind of around health-wise, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a brand new holiday season and getting going again next year. So it won't be all shooting next year though. It's going to be motorcycles too. And so, like I said, I really, a bucket list thing on my life. I've always wanted to do the coast to coast ride, and so I'm gonna probably head down to California and then across over to Florida. That's kind of my initial goal. We'll see if I get there. I get these goals out there and things, and I start them, and then sometimes for whatever reason it just doesn't get done. So, but I'm hoping this year I get that one done. I got a new bike, and I've been putting accessories all over on there. I got heated grips on there. I've got a brand new seat coming today, a touring seat, so that's going to be nice. And yeah, it's just looking good. So I'm ready to get going on that. So, and hopefully I can on my trip across the United States, I can maybe, if it works out, I can meet some of you guys at ranges along the way down in the south, where shooting probably still be going a little bit better. Like down in Texas, there's still be shooting, you know, through the winter because it's still warm down there, where everybody's freezing their butts off up here, and work my way across to Florida, and maybe I can see some of the guys out there from Freedom Pinterest out that way. So it's kind of my initial goal is kind of do both, do a motorcycle trip, visiting ranges at the same time, and hopefully meet some of you guys out there in the Florida area in person. I mean, I won't be able to pack all my rifles, but at least I can hit the ranges and check out the scenes out there in the East Coast, and meet some guys and keep on keeping on. So that's my plan. That's where I'm at, and hope y'all are doing good, and it's good to be back on here and seeing you guys. So